Hello, Mrs. Finley here. Today we're going to look at perimeters of L shapes. So first of all, we need a reminder of what perimeter means. So what you've got to imagine when you're working out perimeter is that there's a little spider starting on one of the corners and he crawls all the way around the outside of the shape. And the perimeter of the shape is the distance that the spider has travelled. Okay, so the perimeter of a shape is the distance all the way around the outside. Okay, quick reminder, when we're working out perimeters of squares and rectangles, we had to use the fact that opposite sides are equal to each other because not all the sides were marked. Not all the sides told you how long they were. And we've got the same situation here. If you have a look, we don't know how long this line is, and we don't know how long that line is. Okay, so in order to work those out, what I'm going to do is bring your attention to this other line that goes across the way here, the one that's marked 3 centimetres. Okay, and if you just watch carefully, what we can see is if we move, try and put it back straight. If we move this line down to be on the 7 centimetre line, let me just see if I can get that flat again, then have a look at the 3 centimetre line and move that as well, then what you find is that these two lines together make 7 centimetres. The 3 centimetre line and the other one makes 7 centimetres altogether. So if that's the case, then 3 centimetres and the other line that we're trying to find the length of, they make 7 centimetres. So what must this line, let me just bring attention to it again, what must the length of this line be? If the other one's 3 centimetres, what's that one? Well, that would have to be 4 centimetres, wouldn't it, to make it up to 7 centimetres altogether. Okay, and let's have a look at the other line we don't know the length of here. If we think about that one and the other line that goes right down, and then we start moving these ones around, what we find is that this line here, let's catch that one, and this line here make 6 centimetres altogether, don't they? So that 4 centimetre line there and the other green bit makes 6 altogether. So that must mean that the green bit is also going to add up together, make 6, so that one's going to be 2 centimetres because our bit that goes that far is 2 centimetres and the rest of it is 4 because it needs to make 6 altogether. Okay, so now what we've got is all our lengths on our L shape, so we can add them all up and find the perimeter. So let's choose a better colour. P equals, let's start here. So we've got 3, add 2, add 4, add 4, add 7, add 6. Okay, and when we're adding these up, we can start at the left-hand side and just work our way across, or we can bunch them together to help us. So what I would notice is that 4 and 6 makes 10. And then we've got 7 and 3 also makes 10. And then we've got another 2 and a 4, which is 6. So altogether, we've got 26 centimetres. Okay, so on to the second shape now. I'm going to have a look at this one and find the perimeter. So first of all, let's notice which are our missing lengths. Okay, we've got this one here and this one here. And we're going to use what we were thinking about in the last example. Okay, so thinking about the small missing length here that we've got marked in red just now, think about the other lines that go straight across. So we've got this big long 26mm line here. And this line that's 20 also goes across our shape. So what we need to think about is what goes together to make what. Okay, so I think we can see here, without moving them all the way up, that this 20mm line here, if we add it to that shorter line, is going to make 26 altogether, like we've got across the top there. Okay, so this line that's 20, whoops, Daisy done it again, plus this shorter line makes 26, so that must make the shorter line 6mm. Okay, and then if we change colour so we can look more easily at all the lines going down the way, we've got this one, which is 12, we've got this one, which is 2, and we need to find this one. So again, if we look at putting the lines together, then we can see that if we moved this 12mm line across, oops, I've left a bit of it behind. If we move that across, then 12 and the 2 make this line down here. Okay, so we know that it's 12 to there, and then the last bit of it is 2, so that must make it 14 millimetres altogether. So to find the perimeter, we've now got all the lengths. If we start here and go that way, then we've got 26, add 14, add 20, add 2, add 6, add 12. So again, I'm going to do my adding up little bits before we do the rest of it. Okay, so 26 and 14 make 40 altogether. Then 12 and 6 makes 18, so another 2 makes 20, and then we've got another 20. So altogether we've got 80mm. Now, for the last two examples, we've found the missing lengths, and we've had some fairly complicated adding up to do. But now let's have a look at this one, because here we're not given the same amount of information as we were in the previous question. So we've got 4 missing lengths here. So we don't have enough information to be able to say what that line is, or that line, or that line, or that line. So how are we going to do this one? Well, let's think about the same things as we were thinking about with the last ones. Okay, so what we need to see is that this line, look at the lines going across first of all. So these two lines add together to make all the way across. Okay, so those two lines together make all the way across. So it doesn't matter whether this one's 5 and this one's 5, or this one's 4 and this one's 6, but we can see that these two lines together add up to 10 centimetres. Okay, so if we put that line back where it was, we know that the red lines are 10. Okay, so when we're finding our perimeter to start with, we're going to have 10 add 10. So there's 10 along the top there, and then these two together make 10. So there's our 10 add 10. Okay, and then like we've been doing, if we use green for down the way, let's get rid of the red. Then if we look, our down the way lines, our vertical lines are that one, and this one, and this one. Okay, and if we do our moving about again, we can see that these two shorter green lines added together are exactly the same length as the long one. Okay, so we know that the left hand green line, this one here, is 8 centimetres, and we know that the two shorter green lines added together make 8 centimetres as well. So we've got 10 and 10 for the horizontal lines, and then if we look at the vertical lines, we've got 8, and then these two together make 8 as well. So we've got 2 8s. So altogether, if we add that up, again, I'm going to do it in bits, but it's more straightforward than before. 10 and 10 is 20. 8 and 8 is 16. So altogether, we've got, oops, go back to red. Altogether, we've got 36 centimetres. And we didn't have to work out any missing lengths for that one. Okay. And then the last one just now, I'm going to do it the same way. So we've got 2 lengths that are not marked. We've got that length across there and that length down there. Okay, so this time again, we're going to do it. We'll find the missing lengths this time. Okay, so looking at the red one, I'll just do that a bit better. Looking at the red line, we need to find some lines that are going to help us work that one out. So what we can see, if we look at the lines that go across the way, we've got the 13 and we've got the 6. And we can see that, let's say we just move the 6. So the 6 and the 13 together are the same as this distance all the way across here. So 13 add 6 is 19. And we're working in metres this time. Okay. And then looking at the lines that are vertical lines on the picture, the ones that go down the way, we've got that one at the left-hand side. Got this one here that's 7, and this one here that we don't know. So we'll just work that one out by realising that if we took this 9 centimetre line across to here, it would add to the 7 centimetres here, and that would give us this whole length down here. So just a sec, let's put it back. So 9 and 7 make this one here. So that makes that one 16 metres, doesn't it? Okay, so when we do our perimeter, adding up now, we'll start here, we'll go that way. So we've got 19, 16, 6, 7, 13 and 9. Okay, there's another way of working this out, because remember, we know that that one is the same as that one, add that one. Okay, so what we've got is 19 and 19 for the lines that go across the way, and then for the lines that go down the way, we've got this one and this one add up to this one. So basically, we've got 16 there and another 16 in total there. So we've got 2 16s. And whichever way we do it, our adding up's going to be a little bit more complicated this time. Let's say there that 7 and 13 is 20. I'm going to spot that 19 and 6 makes 25. And I'm going to spot that 16 add 9 also makes 25. So 25 and 25 is 50. Add another 20 makes 70. Okay, let's just check it works out the same with the other one. So 19 and 19 is 38. 16 and 16 is 32. 38 and 32 altogether makes 70. So it doesn't matter which way round we do it, but this way is a little bit more straightforward when you come to do your adding up. Okay, so I'll leave you questions to get on with just now, and good luck. Just shout if there's anything that you're not sure about, and I'll see you soon.